what's going on. So Nelly came out and said that his era of the O.O.s was the toughest era ever in hip hop. And my reaction, so he came out and said that he had to go up against DMX, Jay Z, Eminem, Lil Wayne, 50 Cent, Luda. DMX, Jay Z were in the 90s. Eminem was in the 90s. Wayne in the 90s. 50 couldn't make it in the 90s. Jay Z had to wait his turn in the 90s. Luda came out in the O.O.s. Now, let me run these names by you and let's see how Nelly feels now. Ice Cube, Ice T, Scarface, Biggie, Tupac. Ever heard of them? Heavy D, LL Cool J, DMX, Method Man, Ghostface Killer, MC Hammer, ODB, Lauryn Hill, Wycliffe, Snoop, Will Smith. Because if you want to talk about Nelly, he was a commercialized rapper. Where was he going to fit in the 90s? Where? Now, I didn't even mention DJ Quick. I didn't even mention Warren G. Think about it. And I didn't separate Outkast. I could. I didn't separate Q-Tip from Tribe. I could. Where was he going to fit? With Nelly? Nelly, I don't even know if he'd have been big as Domino. I didn't even mention Speech from Arrested Development. I'm just saying. The 90s was very competitive in hip-hop. Nas would tear your behind up. Did I even mention that? I didn't even put Nas' debut. Come on now. We talking 30 years ago. What was Nelly talking about? He couldn't have... If you were pop rap, Hammer was tearing your behind up. And it became pop rap towards the end of the 90s. So where would he have fit? Where would he have fit? Regions and coasts and everybody was most. He was going to be toast. Like I said, regions was most. Where was he going to fit? Because everybody would have been toast. And he's comical. He wasn't going to make it in the 90s. He came out in the O.O.s and they got more watered down. They were still the last era of big sales and more commercialism. That's why KRS-One came at his behind. But in the 90s, asked why Jay-Z didn't blow up until like middle of the 90s, and Jigga had been around for a minute, okay? I didn't even mention DOS Effects. I can mention so many acts that came out in the 90s. Big Pun, okay? Where you gonna fit in there? Where you gonna fit, Nelly? You gonna up here downplay? Because I'm actually mentioning came out in the 90s. Some of them that you mentioned. Just saying, you know. I mean, where you gonna fit? Where you gonna fit with Master P? Where you gonna fit? There's a lot. The Cash Money Group. Where you gonna fit? Where you gonna fit? I'm done.